to connect the sampled value publisher with the sampled value subscriber using the later binding concept. For that, we have loaded a project with two IDs. Sampled value publisher is our source that contains the three sampled value messages, sampled value control blocks that we want to use. The sampled value subscriber, our sink, contains all the predefined external references that are needed for the later binding concept. Now, in order to do such a connection, you have to navigate to subscriber later binding sampled value editor plugin. And here you can see that on the left-hand side list, you have all the sources, basically all the data points in all the sampled value control blocks in the whole project, in this case 3 sampled value streams. You can filter for specific information in the data points and in the sampled value control block itself. Like, for example, you can filter for the voltage information in class. You can filter for the prefix. And you can also filter for the sampled value stream itself. Now, the left-hand side list also shows an indicator in a data point of a sampled value control block that tells you how often, whether, and how often such a data point is subscribed somewhere in the project. Now, if you click on such a data point, you can see that there are two sections in the right-hand side list, the subscribed section and the available to subscribe section. The subscribed section shows you in each list item one subscription to the data point that you have selected. In this case, it's only one in the SNV subscriber. And the available to subscribe section shows you all list items where you can additionally subscribe that information to. Now, what you also can see in the subscribe section in the list items there is whether this sampled value stream has a subscription supervision or not through this icon. Of course, you can filter here as well for various kinds of informations, the allocation of the external reference, for example, or the description that you can very often find with such external references, and that you can always find in the project of the ICT as well. In this case, for example, the masspoint.pt1 is the description. And you can, of course, disconnect an already connected data point by clicking on the list item in the subscribed section. Now, let's do the subscription by choosing some signals. I would, in this tutorial, go for all the three phases of the current measurement here in this full SNV sampled value control block, starting with phase 1. And I would like to use the filter function to not get distracted by all the other information. And what you can see in the available to subscribe list is that some list items are disabled. That is possible with the newest edition of the standard, where such an external reference can be required to specific data. So you cannot connect all data points in the sampled value streams you want to, but it needs to fit to the CDC and the B type of the external reference. And in this case, that one, for example, is restricted to SAV CDCs and a B type of that is quality. And that one is obviously does not fit that requirement, and therefore it is disabled in CoMPAS. But that one is, therefore you can connect this. And we can do the same thing here with the quality information. Now, doing the same type here and filtering for CT2. we can connect that and doing the same thing here, filtering for CT3. Okay, that is already all you need to do to connect ISM publishers to ISM subscribers using the later binding concept. In the next point, let me show you what we have done to the SCL file in the background. Now, in order to show that code, the SCL in the background, you need to activate the Pro feature first, that you can find under Settings. In my case, it's already activated. If you have done that, every editor wizard that you can see through this icon indication has then such a button in the header that allows you to show the chosen element as an XML code as well. In this case, I'm highlighting the subscriber ID. And here you can see that we have added information to these three external references. To be more precise, what we have added is this information, making the connection to the data point that we have selected. And what also is added in the background, in our case it has not been added because it was there already, is this information that allows the ICT to supervise specific sampled value streams by writing the object reference of the sampled value control block to an LSVS logical node. Thank you for listening.